Good morning, everyone. It's Emily. Sorry about the wind. It's blowing really hard. We've got potentially rain. There's a 50% chance of rain today. Check out the clouds. Pretty dark over here, but there's also blue patches like there. And then the sun's over there. I'm not going to help. I won't put the camera in the sun. Since I'm standing here, here's the progress that the peach buds have made. Look, there's even a little bit of pink on that one. So tomorrow we're going to be digging in fertilizer. We're going to be fertilizing these trees this year and see if I can't get 8 nice ripe peaches like I did last year. Yeah, had maybe hundreds, at least dozens of little peaches that grew, but they only got, you know, yay big and stayed green. So I'm hoping if I do some fertilizing that'll change. But that's not why I'm out here. I want to show you something exciting I discovered this morning. Come on. Did I tell you it was Sunday today? Yeah, today is Sunday, March 4th, 2018. So here we are in the garden. Okay, so maybe it won't be that exciting to people who, well, I don't know. If you're watching this, I hope you're into gardening. It should be kind of exciting, but it'll be a lot more exciting for me. But if you're a gardener, you'll understand. See that little kale plant through the window screen? I planted that last fall. I planted 9. I think I planted 9 of these. Is that a lettuce? Either that's a lettuce or a pokeweed. It's probably a pokeweed. Anyway, I planted 9 of these in here last fall. Something ate them all down. I thought they were all dead. I gave up. And I mean, most of this has gone to weeds. Pretty weeds, but most of it's gone to weeds. But this is why I came in here this morning to do something else. And I found this kale had survived. And I am telling you what, I've got my finger on the microphone. I hope you're not hearing that. We had several nights this year that were below 10 degrees. Okay, that's how cold it was. And this thing survived. Or maybe the roots survived and the leaves came back. So I am going to transplant it right now in the bed where I want it. Explain to you about these beds that Jerry built on another day when it's not so windy and you can hear me. Oh, I will show you this though, look. Cage. Keep all the cabbage moths and all the grasshoppers and the cucumber beetles and all the nasty bugs that want to eat my broccoli and kale. They're not going to be able to anymore. This is a beetle netting left over from the roof of the orchard, which I'll show you at some point, and leftover PVC. It's just PVC we already had lying around. I forgot to point out in my last vlog, my vlog that covered the entire week, that Jerry built a wall around the pond because see how the edge of the pond is right up against the ground? Yeah, who do you think is going to come and eat it all down? I'm planning on having possibly more kale and a lot of lettuce floating in here this summer. And yeah, we've got a lot of little nibblers around here. Nibble, nibble, nibble.
I'm the real McCoy, and I'm here to stop mad trouble, don't you see?
Yeah, they can be pretty mischievous. So, yeah, to keep the rabbits out, Jerry was kind enough to build this wall. Quick, what do you get when you combine a woman with PMS and back problems and a shovel? A broken shovel, man! Ah! Actually, my husband did that. So now somebody might ask the question, men get PMS? Then this my husband also did. Da-da-da. This was where the second huge 100-gallon smart pot was buried. And my husband did this in about half the time. He dug out this whole thing, and half the time it took me to dig out half of that one. And he got all the dirt back too. Yay! There you go. I think that's going to wrap it up for this Sunday edition of the vlog. Today is Monday, March 5th, and joining us this morning is our very special guest, Mrs. Mouse. Hello there, Mrs. Mouse. What do you have to say for yourself?
Say for myself? Well, I was getting ready to make a nest in this nice, comfy place way high up off the ground where no owls or snakes could get me, and I smelled peanut butter, and I came in here and started licking, and snap! The door shut on me, and I couldn't get out all night, and I've been trapped, and will you please let me out?
Now you know you were up under the hood of my car, right? Where the engine is. And do you know what would have happened as soon as I turned on the engine?
No.
I don't think you want to know what happened. When we let you go, you need to run away and go very, very far away and never get in the hood of a car again. Or a trunk. Do you understand?
I don't know. Maybe.
That's what happens when you live in a rural area and you don't have a garage. Yeah, so we have six live traps for mice and a bigger trap for rats, and we also have the wires in the engine wrapped in a special tape you can buy that tastes really nice. It's hot pepper to discourage chewing of wires in case they get up there and try to nest. But yeah, we get a friend like that probably on average. What would you say on average? Twice a week? 2 or 3 times a week on average. Sometimes 2 or 3 in a row and then nothing for a few days. But yeah. So she's going to be let go far away where hopefully she won't be able to come back and haunt our cars. Here they are, the 20 strawberry plants that I transplanted today. Yay! For a total of 40. I'll back up and show you the 2 rows. Ta-da! And you'll notice that the second row, the upper row, looks different. Why does it look different? Well, my original idea was to double bag all of them, and the reason is that when sunlight hits plastic after, when it's exposed to direct sun for a long period of time, it starts to disintegrate, degenerate, whatever word you want to use. And when that breakdown occurs, of course, that means the plastic begins to break down and release its toxins. And even even though there's a good chance, based on what I've read, that the molecules that plastic are made of can't even be absorbed by the roots of a plant because they're too big, even though that, I still want to be careful. And besides, who wants their container to just break down after a year, right? Your first season, at the end of the first season, your container is breaking down. I didn't want that to happen. So that's why I double bagged them. Okay, so a bag on the outside to protect. Well, then I got to thinking, well, I mean, I have a limited number of these frozen strawberry bags, and although I can use, and I may eventually end up using smaller bags and using double of them, that's going to be double the work, and I really don't want to if I don't have to. So I said to myself, well, you know what? Why don't I just use one of the frozen strawberry bags and then wrap something else around it? And it just so happens that for those giant self-watering, they're like giant self-watering planters, earth boxes if you will, sub-irrigation raised beds. But to fill those up, you're not supposed to use native soil because it's like, a giant container. You're not supposed to put really heavy soil, dirt. You're supposed to use a potting mix. And around here, yeah, there's generic El Cheapo Icky potting mix, and then there's the other brand that you've probably already figured out. That's absolutely the best brand you can find within like a 50-mile radius. That's the best soil we have, and I know it's not organic and it's not perfect, but it's what we filled those 2 beds with, and so we ended up with 30 bags. 30 bags that I thought, well, eventually I'll use them for trash bags. That's what we save all our bags for, use them for trash bags. Well, then I got to thinking, well, why not? Why not cut them up and use them as the outside protective layer for my frozen strawberry bags that are acting as planters for my actual strawberries. So, yeah, that's why this row above here looks different than the row I did yesterday. And real quick, just in case you're interested, now, I mean, this really is for a setup for someone with not, limited space to grow strawberries. It's kind of complicated, and I'm not going to get all braggadocious about this because I'm not totally confident that the rope wicking thing is going to work. I may end up having to water them from the top. I don't know. So, wait, before you jump up and go build one of your own, wait a minute, wait a little bit, and wait a few months, and see how mine does first. Anyway, but if it does work, it's great, especially for people who have small spaces. It doesn't have to be this long. They sell 10-foot 2x4s, so, and we had a 10-foot space, so Jerry went and bought 10 foot. So what he did is he got 2 4x4 posts. This is treated lumber. And got his post hole digger, got them in the ground really well, and then he attached 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on each side, 5 2x4s on each side, and then he cut. We had extra leftover hardware cloth from other things we were doing, so he cut that off, stapled it, and then got some PVC, bought the, what does he call these, straps to attach them like that, elbows to pour the water in, and caps on the end to keep the water from going out. And so that's basically how this is made, in case you're wondering. And he did it 2-sided. We were originally going to do one on this side of the orchard and one on the other. But then he said, well, if I do this structure, I can just put, if we put it away from the fence, the orchard fence. Do I have this zoomed? I do. I don't know why I have that zoomed. Okay. Oh, if we put this away from the orchard fence a few feet, then I can put another side here. So, yep, it's 2-sided. And will we eventually have these all filled in? I hope so. So with that, I'm going to wrap up this edition of the Crunchy Emily Garden Vlog. Thanks a lot for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. And in the meantime, take care and be well.